Teaching can be a challenge in all contexts, but as we've experienced during the pandemic, we had to adjust quickly. I heard quite a few of my friends describe the experience as teaching to the void. And that sentiment used to describe the dozens of dark screens that appeared made an already challenging task even more so. In teaching face-to-face, you can tell if someone's bored or distracted, but online, as we all know, it's a considerably different beast. Today, I wanted to share some best practices that have been effective for me in encouraging engagement in online learning, as well as share some tools and facilitation techniques I've used with favorable results in the past. These include engaging students in authentic challenges, leveraging remote breakout rooms, and introducing opportunities for students to collaborate, and creating visually engaging presentations with knowledge checks and polls embedded. The first example I can share involves authentic challenges and leveraging remote breakout rooms to introduce students to opportunities to collaborate. For this activity, I created a scenario with a variety of parameters. Students in this session were asked to develop a training unit about becoming a spy for the International Spy Museum. They were given the needs of the museum, some contextual clues, and offered resources on how to make a pitch to stakeholders. Participants were set up into teams of 4 and 5 using the breakout rooms feature on Zoom. And they were given a collaborative workspace using a tool called Mural and some templated slides, either through Google Slides or leveraging a tool I like to use called Slides to Go. Right here, you can see the Mural board that they had access to. They were given this collaborative workspace and asked to write a pitch so that they could deliver their idea to the larger class after 30 minutes. Not only did students get the opportunity to collaborate on an authentic challenge in this activity, they also practiced an important skill in learning experience design, which is pitching a solution to a client. After each team created their presentation, they were asked to share their ideas to the larger group and ask for questions. This allowed the larger group to have a conversation about what worked in pitches versus things they might want to tweak in the future and areas they may want to clarify for a larger presentation. Breakout groups and authentic challenges have proven to be an effective teaching strategy for me, with many of my students writing and acknowledging their enjoyment and their learnings in surveys, as well as emails and conversations. Another strategy I found to be effective is by creating visually engaging presentations. This presentation I created using Slides to Go. In this presentation, I used imagery to create ongoing touch points with the classroom. My goal was to create moments of engagement, either through a poll, a survey, a joke, or a knowledge check every 1 to 3 minutes. The idea behind this was that it kept students engaged and on their toes. Also in this presentation, I alerted the class that they would be engaged in an authentic challenge, as you can see here. So they needed to be engaged because there would be a future task at hand. As you can see in this presentation, the idea was that by the end of the session, they would be running a test on an interface. Here's another example of one of those touch points I tried to create with polls. And it's to look at these images and try to weigh in on what these look like. Is this first image an old lady or a young one? Is this image 2 toddlers and a puppy or a skull? These little approaches can make your content even more exciting and engaging for your students. As we discussed, teaching in the void can be tough, and we as instructors, educators, or professors need to be even more engaging when we're not in a face-to-face context. The world of distraction is literally at our students' fingertips. So, by engaging students in authentic challenges, leveraging remote breakout rooms, and introducing opportunities for students to collaborate, and creating visually engaging presentations with knowledge checks and polls embedded, I anticipate you will no longer find yourself teaching to avoid.